If you're looking for a way to display your lightsabers really nice, today we're taking a look at the WannaWanga LED display stand for lightsabers and a DL44 blaster. Let's get at it. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Collector's Outpost. I am John. So today we're taking a look at this really cool LED display stand from WannaWanga, and it looks like it's good for lightsabers and the DL44 blaster. I don't know if it's specifically to that only. Yeah, it says blaster DL44, so maybe it's just because of how it's configured, it'll fit that one really perfectly. A lot of you message me how I display my lightsabers anywhere, if there's cool, displays for the table, if there's cool displays for the walls, or, how I have everything inside. So here's a really great option to take a look at, and I want to thank WannaWanga for sending this over for everybody to take a look at. This thing is actually really cool. I think you're really gonna like this display stand a lot. So before we dig in, if you're new here, thanks so much for hanging out. Drop down, hit that like, subscribe, and notification button for upcoming videos. And if you're returning, welcome back. Let's dig into this display stand. Now, there are a few things I really do dig about this stand here. It's actually pretty versatile, which is great. You have a full manual on how to rip this thing apart and insert all of the different stands. There are a few different types of stands here. We have longer ones and shorter ones so you can stack your sabers. And it also looks like we have some hooks here for when you're putting it on the wall. Now let me pull up the website just so I can give you some more details right off the website here. And this is right in the description area. LED display panel, wall or stand for 1 or 2 saber hilts or for 1 DL44 blaster. USB powered LED panel with matte black acrylic front and back and transparent hooks, which are actually right here, and we'll pull those apart and take a look at all of the hooks that are included. A 2-meter braided USB cable is included. It can be attached vertically on the wall, or it can be used as a display stand horizontally, basically on the table like this. Now it does look like there's a tiny disclaimer here. Other props might fit but have not been tested. So it does seem like this has been designed and tested to work with certain sabers, and specifically the DL44 blaster, and it looks like Graflex and stuff like that. All right, so let's start with pulling out all of these hooks here. It does look like there's some tape on the back. Let's pull the tape off because I'm sure that is supporting everything on there. All right, so as soon as you pull the tape off, these little parts come off very, very easy. They're just kind of popping right out there. All right, so I got all of our hooks and everything all separated out and unwrapped from their protective plastics. And let's see what else we got. So, all right, and then we have a really long, I think, what did it say, 2 meters or something like that? But it is really, really nice and long. So this should fit in a number of places. So it doesn't come with a USB adapter, so you will have to grab one of your own to pop that right on in, which honestly makes sense because depending on where you are in the world, this connector might be different. This is a white LED set, which you have the option to put this blue color gel over or this red color gel over, which actually fits inside. This is a great option to have if you want the option of swapping those out. But every time you put this over something, you will kill the light down a little bit. If you're a photographer and if you ever use gels, you understand that every time you put a gel over a light, you do lose light coming out of that. So to try to explain that very simple, let's say you have 10 watts of light coming out of this. Honestly, I don't know what the reading is, but we're just gonna go with 10. If you put a single gel over that, you may get, let's say, 8 watts of light coming out of it. If you double up for a purple, you may only get 5 watts of light out of it. Now you can see already, you've already lost the ability to see your grills and everything. See that? If you have just the single, you can see that on both of them. But if you double it up for a purple color, it's gonna be pretty dim, and I'll show you that when we turn everything on. So these also have protective coatings on it, so let's pull that off. All right, so let's get this plugged in so we can check this out. So there's not an on and off switch on this, so it's you're gonna have to plug this in or take it out. I do recommend getting something like this, which is just like a remote control on and off box. If you've put up Christmas lights outside, you probably have one of these, or you know where to get it at a Home Depot or something. Basically, everything behind me is on one of these here. So this will probably either wind up in here or up there or inside on one of these remote controls. And something like this will make life 100 times easier. Pop this on. There we go. All right, here we go. We got a really nice lit LED display. Look at that, that's really cool. And they're actually quite bright for, you know, what this is. Let me switch off my main light here so you can see everything in full. Turn behind me off too. I love that. So you can see it's actually fully lighting me up. So they're actually pretty bright. Now I'm gonna leave this in white, but I wanna show you that on the back here, you do have these 4 screws, right? So you're gonna pull this off, and on the inside, you're going to insert whatever color it is you want, whether it's the blue or the red. And you can see that shine through really nice. Here's the red. All right, but again, that will be inside, sandwiched between the front and back panel. And here's the blue. All right, again, you can combine the two for purple. So now here's where you'll see a significant drop in light. So here's 1 and here's 2. You know, you can still see the light shine through, but it is much dimmer. Honestly, if you put 1 on there, it's not a big deal. But if you wanted to, you know, do multiples, so I want more of a purple or something, or if you had a yellow and a blue and that'll, you know, make green, you know, you will be cutting that light down significantly. But I am loving this. I also love that it's really thin. I don't know how well you could see that. Let me see if I can pull that up here like this. It is really, really thin. We are looking at, gosh, 1/4 of an inch maybe? Can't really see it with that little tab there. And then we are looking at 13 1/4 and about almost 9 1/4 inches wide. You know, and the fact that this is so darn lightweight, I don't have to worry about how, you know, heavy this thing is going to be on the wall. Really, the weight's going to come from the sabers themselves. So this alone looks like it's weighing in at about 685-ish grams, or about 1 pound, 8 ounces. All right, so we got different sizes of these stands here, these display stands, and each one of them have slightly different angles of circles. I'm assuming this is to fit the grips in, and this will be for more of the front end. So the higher ones will obviously go on the back so you can stack your sabers. Before we get these hooked on, I want to show you this because this is important. On the bottom of these mounts, these stands here, you'll see like a little hook area. So you're gonna wanna put that end in to the little spot here. So we're gonna put it like that and then kind of just flip it forward, right? So it's gonna put in and go like that. So insert like that and push forward. All right, so let's look for the smaller ones. We have the smaller ones here. Same thing, we have a smaller loop and a larger loop. So we're gonna put the larger loop together. Hook side first. Boom. Hook side first. Slip in and push forward, and then it'll go in super easy. So here's my Graflex. Face it this way for you. All right, and we have our Vader. Oh man, that is sweet. I absolutely love this. This is great. You do have different hooks for the wall. So the wall is gonna have hooks like this. So you can pop, I don't know if you can see that. So you're gonna pop that on the wall. That way it sits in here like so, right? Now I don't have wall space at the moment, so I really can't show you it on the wall or anything. But we're just gonna use this as a basic representation of what it would look like hanging on the wall. And it looks like you have square hooks to hook on your blaster. Now we want to do everything in reverse because remember, these are hooked in. All right, so we're gonna lift from the front and pull out. Lift from the front and then pull out. You don't want to break that hook area. So you have 3 different positions here that you could set these mounts in. So let's go with the middle mount for a single display. All right, and grab our Graflex, and there we go. How nice is that? This thing is stunning. And I love how thin it is. It's just like a mat you put on the table. Now, here's an Obi-Wan Kenobi that we will just test because they said they haven't tested them out yet. So what you'll see here is that the level is gonna be a little off. So you may have to put some kind of lift in one side to straighten it out a little bit. And let's try a Luke. Okay. So they do say that, I believe it was on the website or the manual, I think it was on the website, that these are really made for more of the Graflex style lightsabers. So if you're gonna do anything like this, you know, do it at your own risk, but know that it's not set up for this, and you will need some type of riser at the bottom here to straighten it out. All right, before we close out this video, let me show you one other fun thing you can do with these stands if you're a photographer and you collect figures like I do. So having something so thin and easy to move around and just prop up on something, you can grab some of your 6 scale figures or 6-inch figures and use it for backdrops. And if you get a couple of these, you can use it just for like wall panels. And if I wanted to, I could even incorporate this as the mat that I do all the saber reviews on. So there are a ton of possibilities that you could do with something like this that's so portable, very lightweight, easy to move around. All right, thank you again so much to WannaWanga for sending this over for everybody to check out. This is a really great display stand for the wall, for your table, and as you can see, it is quite versatile to do a bunch of different things with. So drop down into the comments below, let me know what you think of the WannaWanga LED display stand. That is it. Help support the channel by dropping down and hit that like, subscribe, notification button for upcoming videos, and I will see you all on the next video. Be safe and kind out there in the world. See ya.